So here we are at the new OPD and emergency department. This is the church, which many of you will be familiar with. And now we're turning around and looking at the entrance to the OPD. Right here is where patients going to the OPD part will enter and walk down. But now we're going to walk forward as though we were a ED patient. There will be the ability for cars or ambulances to drive right up here. And then these two doors are doors into the emergency department. And then the cars will be able to drive down and into a back parking lot. Any emergency patient will come in here. There is a little registration desk where they would be triaged, and then they would be sent to get their chart, and that is down this direction. Right down here you can see some windows, and this is where they would pick up their chart. The emergency department has several different rooms. This is the main room right here. I think there's room for about 8 beds, if I remember correctly. Down at that end is a bathroom for the patients to use. The nurse's station is back there where the nurses can sit. In back of that is a small bathroom for the staff. There's also a couple of other rooms for the emergency department. And there's a linen room. There's a storage janitor room, and then this is where the doctor has a little small sleep room. And beside the nurse's station is a x-ray room, and then the last part of the emergency department is a small private ward in this room back here. If patients, for those of you who have been here, you're familiar that the entrance to the OPD is just out this direction. This is the hall where we always have devotions in the morning for those of you who have been here. That building straight ahead is where the CAT scanner is. And then they are building another building right here that will hold the MRI and the pharmacy. So OPD patients would also come this way to the pharmacy. Eventually this will be a garden waiting area with a small canteen in this area. So there's multiple places in here for patients to wait, both inside air conditioned and also outside. Walking down through the OPD, ventilation comes through here. Those would be windows over there, and everything inside the main ED and OPD is now air conditioned. There are a couple of registration windows here where patients register. We come back down here, and this is the first waiting area of the OPD. There are several different waiting areas, and these 2 windows down here are the billing department. We move down into a much larger waiting area, so this is where most of the patients would wait. And then along here there will be doctor's offices. They will be finished. Much of this will be closed in with brick. It hasn't been closed in yet, but this will be doctor's offices around there. This right here is a small open garden area. These are doctor's offices off to every side here. Doctor's office, orthopedic office, and the physio office. Looking out these windows here, we're looking towards where the pharmacy will be and the MRI, and then you can see the old, or I wouldn't say old, you just recently added CAT scan. So thank you very much, and we look forward to all of you coming to the grand opening.